Hi, this is Lorenzo Borghese, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV.
Hi there, it's Dr. Judy, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV. Yay!
Hey, this is Jeffrey Gurian for Comedy Matters TV here at Sotheby's in New York City for a spectacular event in honor of Russell Simmons and Jessye Norman for their work in the Association of Community Employment Programs for the Homeless, better known as ACE. It's easier to say ACE. And there's going to be a lot of fun people here tonight. Countess LuAnn DeLesseps from the Housewives of New York City. A lot of the new housewives are going to be here. Prince Lorenzo Borghese, and it's going to be a really fun night. So stick around and see what happens. Okay, so I'm here with Henry Buell, who is actually the founder of ACE. How are you, Henry?
Very good.
What a spectacular evening, an amazing event.
Good, thank you. Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit how you started ACE? And I think it's the 20th anniversary, is that correct?
Correct.
And how did it come about?
Well, I was a wedding photographer for 12 years, and we had our studios on Green Street down in Soho. And we would go out and have lunch in the summer of '92, and we would see a guy sweeping the street. When we'd come back from lunch, he was often sound asleep in a doorwell. So one day he came up and asked to borrow $20. And I said, "Why should I give you $20? You have a job." He said no, he had just been fired from his job for sleeping on the job. So then I got a sweeper from something called Bowery Residence Committee, and I told him if he did a good job, we would try to get him, and he performed well, we would try to get him an outside job. So we started with one person from the Bowery. They were all men who came out of jail, and within 3 months we had 8 people on the street and 50 stores giving $600 a piece.
Wow, that's phenomenal. And it was Tony Goldman who arranged that for you?
If it wasn't for Tony, we wouldn't be here tonight.
And look how it's evolved. 20 years. Is that amazing?
Yeah, it's still going, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful. I want to congratulate you on that, and congratulate you on what's going to be a fantastic evening. It's good to see you again.
Enjoy yourself.
All right, cool. So, I'm here with Lorenzo Borghese on the Step and Repeat at Sotheby's. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while.
I've been doing very well. It's great to be here. I feel alive again.
Now, the last time I saw you, I think you were launching a pet treatment line of like dog shampoo and stuff like that. Is that?
Yeah, no, I've been doing it for 10 years, but...
well, I've seen you before that. It wasn't that
I hope the last time you didn't see me was 10 years ago, or time's really going by quickly for both of us. But no, that line's going really well. And
Royal treatment, right?
Yeah, exactly. Great memory.
Yeah.
Very good.
I don't know why. Certain things stick out in my mind. It's amazing.
Royal treatment dogs, I don't know. Maybe that helps. It's not very common, but it's been a lot of fun, and I do a lot of animal charity work as well, and it's something I'm passionate about. So when you're passionate about what you're doing, you're going to enjoy it.
And how did you happen to be here tonight for ACE?
Well, this is a great event. I think helping the homeless in New York and in the area is something that is extremely important. Obviously, there's a lot of people that aren't as fortunate as we are. And it's not just about helping homeless, it's about helping homeless, the ones that actually want help. And they're motivated to better their lives, and I think it's up to us to help them.
That's great, and it's a great cause, and
you have Russell Simmons. I mean, it's some great people. Why would you miss it? It's great seeing you. Hopefully, it's not going to be another decade, right?
I hope not. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you. You too. You too, man. Here with Dr. Judy Kariansky, of all people.
That's right. I'm great. And I'll tell you, Henry is great. You look at that guy.
Henry's amazing.
Here's
We
Henry.
spoke to Henry.
Here's Henry.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Henry's the man tonight.
He is the man.
It's his thing. 20 years. 20 years, right? Is that unbelievable?
And he takes care of people who really make a difference in their life. He takes them off the gutter and builds them into somebody with self-esteem. I'm all about self-esteem.
Absolutely.
He gives these people...
And sex.
And sex. Well, the thing is, we do want to know whether or not the people that Henry helps who have been homeless, are they now having good sex?
Exactly.
That's
the point. That's what we're going to find out tonight.
That would be a very good question.
Right.
But it would be a great idea. I'm very supportive of people having fantasies, sexual fantasies, to make it spicy.
Right.
So they could pretend that they're homeless.
Well, they could pretend that they have a great job too.
They could pretend they have a great job, right?
Well, you see, and self-esteem, as you know, is very important in having good sex, right?
Yes, it is.
You can't have good sex if you don't have good self-esteem.
It is absolutely essential. But having sex on a bed is one thing, but trying it on cement under a bridge.
Right. It's a whole other. It adds a whole new dimension.
I think it would be very interesting.
Right. It adds a whole new dimension to safe sex. Under a bridge.
I don't know.
Yeah, it could be wild.
It definitely could be wild. It would definitely be for exhibitionists.
Exhibitionists only. Well, it's great to see you as always.
Yay, good to see you.
So I'm here with Sarah Herbert Galloway, and you're the host for the evening, is that correct?
Yes, I'm one of the chair people, along with my friend Lorraine, who's on her way.
I was so glad to see your name on the invitation when I saw that. I said, oh, that's so nice. And how are you involved with ACE?
Well, this is the second time I've chaired. The first time I chaired for Henry was in 2009. Henry's a dear friend. He's also a neighbor of mine in Southampton. But I've gone to many graduations for ACE, learning more and more about the people that he helps get off the street. And one year, the first time I went to a graduation, I believe Henry had helped 300 people get into the program. And one of the reasons is, so that they can clean themselves up. They really have to want this. But that year, out of about 300, only 13 people graduated. And I said, this is a cause that I'd like to get involved with. And the more I talked to people, the more I found that maybe they had been in prison or they came from dysfunctional families, and it was so hard for them to recreate themselves when they felt so negative, and the only people they knew were negative, pulling them back onto the streets or into the jails. And I started working with Henry, just trying to make a difference, and I think that we're really making a difference. Look at Soho, look at Tribeca, it's cleaned up. And it really feels good because I think every life is valuable, and we're just helping people recreate themselves.
Well, it's a phenomenal thing that you do, and I'm so glad to see you here tonight.
I'm so glad to see you. I enjoy all of his emails. I read them, and I'm like so happy to see you. It was a great surprise. Now we're not emailing.
Exactly. We're meet each other in person.
Fabulous.
All the best. Thanks so much for coming on. Okay.
Thank you.
Great to see you. So, I'm here with Rosanna Scotto at the ACE event at Sotheby's. How are you, Rosanna?
I'm doing great, here for a great cause. It's wonderful to be a part of this organization. I mean, I'm a born and bred New Yorker.
Yes.
I'm very involved in what happens on the streets of New York, and I see a lot of these people every day, and I'm so happy to see that we're doing something to empower them.
Yeah, it's great work that Henry's doing, and it's 20 years. 20 years he's been doing. Isn't that incredible?
Henry is a real dynamo. I want you to know I've never met Henry.
Oh, really?
So I'm excited to meet him tonight. And
you'll be surprised.
That's why.
He's very low key. But he is a dynamo.
Mr. Soho. How could he be low key if he's Mr. Soho?
He looks low key, but he gets things done. He's amazing. People love him, and they come out for him, as you can see. Look at this beautiful event.
It's a great crowd. I heard they're going to raise a lot of money tonight, and that's what counts.
Is anyone else here from Fox that you know of?
I don't know. I actually just walked in, so I don't know who's here yet.
Well, Rosanna, as you know, is the anchor on Good Day New York, right?
Good Day New York. I get up bright and early with Greg Kelly every morning, and we have a great time. We tell you the news, we do our newsmakers, and then we do a lot of lifestyle stuff and have fun.
Well, that's awesome. Well, it was so nice to see you tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm here on the red carpet at Sotheby's with Aviva Drescher, one of the new Housewives of New York City. How are you?
How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for having us.
I love seeing you on the show. You're great. I have to tell you, you're great.
Thank you very much. It's a terrifying experience. So every time someone says something nice, it makes my day. Thank you.
I could imagine. It takes a lot of courage. I'm sure it took a lot of deciding before you decided to do the show. Am I correct?
You're 100% correct. It took about a month of no sleep and no food to take the plunge, but my family and I, we felt like it was a great opportunity and a great platform, and take the risk.
Exactly. You have to do that, because if you didn't do it, you'd never forgive yourself, I think.
It's absolutely true. It's true. We really just took the plunge, took the gamble.
It's an opportunity of a lifetime, basically, to be on a show like that. And the dynamics are very intense sometimes, let's say that, but I think you're a strong woman.
Thank you very, very much. Well, let's see if I can weather all the critics. But so far, I'm heading into episode 2, and I can look at myself in the mirror, and I'm okay. But we still have 14 to get through.
How did you happen to be here tonight? How were you involved with Ace?
LuAnn invited me, and all of the girls, whether we love each other or not, we all support each other's charities whenever we can. So, and I am really liking to use the platform to give back. So whatever I can do, I'll do.
Tell me about One Step Ahead. That's your particular charity, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You are extremely well read. Yes, One Step Ahead is the charity that's closest to my heart. I'm the national spokesperson for it. And because I'm an amputee, I'm trying to raise money for children who need prosthetics and who need to have more athletic environments for themselves. And prosthetic limbs are really expensive. So, and us amputees, we need a lot of them. So
I think it's empowering, and it's fascinating, and it's very courageous that you do that. I think it's phenomenal.
Well, that's why I did the show, was to raise awareness ultimately for amputees. So even though I'm definitely spending more than I'm making doing the show, I am making so much in emotional well-being, and I feel like I'm making so many strides in raising awareness for amputees, and it's truly the most gratifying thing. It's actually very selfish to give, because it's the thing that makes you feel the best.
For anyone who might not know, it was as the result of a childhood accident. Is that correct? When you were 6 years old? You know, I took the time to read about it because I thought you were such an interesting person, and I don't think you should interview people and not know who they are. I hate that. So, so I took the time to read about it, and I was always struck by that, because there are certain people in life who choose to overcome obstacles. And I respect that so much. I personally, I was a very severe stutterer. Until I was in my 20s. I couldn't even say my name. And I was determined not to let it stop me. And I was given the grace to figure out how to cure my own stuttering. And now I help other stutterers to not stutter. So when I read your story, I was very moved by it. And I said, I need to talk to her.
That's incredible. And so you understand me, and we understand each other perfectly well. And it is when you are dealt with something, anything, stuttering, a missing limb, a disease, to overcome it and to be able to help other people is so gratifying. You must get so much gratification out of helping other people, and you don't stutter at all.
I feel so good about it, and I challenge myself every day, and I go on radio and TV, and I'm aware of my voice all the time, but it didn't have to go that way. That's the point. Some people are overwhelmed by their obstacles, and someone like yourself doesn't allow it to stop them. And if I could say, you're a gorgeous woman, so nobody would ever know that. So that's why it's courageous of you to come out and help so many people. And I think by using this as a platform, you will help a lot of people, to give them the courage.
Thank you, and I've already gotten so much feedback just from episode 1 on my social media accounts and through the Bravo blogs from people who say you're my idol, and teenagers. And you know, when I was 9, 10, 11, 12, I never thought I would grow up and marry a handsome husband over there and have 4 children. And you know, my mom used to say to me, how are you going to get up in the middle of the night and pick up your baby out of the crib? And you know, I've done it 4 times, and I want, you know, little girls and boys to know at home that whatever their obstacles are, physically or even emotionally, they can persevere. All you have to do is your personal best, which you did as well.
Well, I have to say that I'm honored to meet you. I absolutely am honored, and I say that from my heart. I really mean it.
And you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That was so nice.
Thank
you so
really,
much.
Really.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank
really.
you very much.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you. You know, my husband's cousin told me to watch out for all of the media. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. You are not. You're the real deal. Thank you.
It's very kind of you to say that. I'm here with Jessye Norman, the internationally known soprano. This is a fantastic evening in your honor.
Well, the whole evening isn't in my honor. It's in the honor of the people that are served by ACE, the Action for Community Employment. It is amazing that there are so many organizations of this kind that are needed in, first of all, one of the richest and most wonderful cities in the entire world, and one of the richest and, of course, marvelous countries in the entire world. That we have in New York City at least 5 organizations that are there only for the homeless. You've got the Partnership for the Homeless, which it has been my privilege for more than 20 years to be the national spokesperson for the partnership. You've got the Coalition for the Homeless. You've got Help USA, which is a national organization. You've got ACE, and you've got sort of other organizations that do this. It is time for us to be embarrassed about needing so many organizations to help our fellow citizens. These organizations should happily disappear.
Well, it's a fantastic thing. How did you happen to get involved with ACE and Henry Buell?
Oh, well, Henry's involved with Partnership for the Homeless, and that's how I sort of came to know him. And we had a wonderful fundraiser last year, and he came to it, and we were just so pleased. And of course, it's all wonderful because we have the separate organizations, but we know one another, and we all work together because we're working for the same end, to end homelessness.
Which is a fantastic goal, and hopefully we'll see that in our lifetime.
Wouldn't that be wonderful? Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Would that be, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you going to grace us with a song tonight? Are you performing?
I'm going to sing a little song tonight just to get us started.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
It was such an honor to meet you.
You're very kind.
And it was so good to see you here tonight. I wish you all the
pleasure.
best.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you
most
so much.
kind. Thank you.
So,
Yes.
congratulations on all of your success. First
Thank you. Thank you. It all started in the late 80s when I
I know.
when I was modeling in New York and we were friends.
We were friends
That's
while
right.
you were
And
still
we're
a nurse.
Friends. That's
We were
right.
still friends.
Model
Isn't that-
slash nurse.
Model/nurse.
Model slash whatever.
But then, and I remember when you were working for Plum TV and you were interviewing me.
Yes.
So now, how cool is this? Now I get to interview you.
It's great. I love
Thank you,
You're
and so do you.
fabulous.
So you're doing the auction tonight. Is that right?
I'm helping with the auction. I'm not an auctioneer, but I'm helping with the auction. Maybe we can raise a little,
And how did you get involved with ACE?
Oh my God, I've known Henry for over 20 years, and I just love his warm heart and his dedication to the homeless of New York City. And we've been friends for a long time, and so I'm a big supporter of his, and I try to help any way I can. And actually, I've done some work with ACE on our show on the Real Housewives of New York. So
We have to do a comedy event on your show.
we should.
We should do something in a comedy club or something.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can spoof the housewives.
All right, cool. We'll definitely
Sounds
we'll do
good.
a roast.
Okay, let's do a housewives roast. That's a good idea. Housewives roast.
Housewives roast.
Okay.
Sure. Great to see you.
You
look
too.
gorgeous as
Thank you,
always.
Jeffrey.
Mwah. So good.
Hi, I'm Rosanna Scotto, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV.